Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 230. My name is Dan, and I'll be your host today. So, first thing, hope everybody had a good St. Paddy's Day. Cheers to you all. Dressed in green just for the occasion. Mind you, St. Paddy's Day was 2 days ago when you're watching this, but I'm recording on St. Paddy's Day. Wasn't sure if I was going to do an episode. I got a major cold last week, so today is the better day there. So we'll see how that goes there. So anyway, happy Paddy's Day. Go Sens go. There's my little. So today I'll be doing which is something I wanted to do a good 2 weeks ago, but I was missing an album. So 2 weeks or a little bit more ago, drummer from the Canadian hard rock band Helix passed away. So I wanted to do something. I was like, oh my God, I need to do my ranking of Helix. So better late than never. But I wanted to do it that time. I'll show you the album that I was missing. I've had a chance to listen to it also. So there you go. And I had a chance to meet him. I took a picture with him. Here's the picture right here. This was 5 years ago, maybe, at the Brass Monkey. And also, me and my friend Steph went to see Helix last summer at the Joint here in Ottawa. Newish rock bar. Great place, by the way, too, there. It's at the Hard Rock Casino. That one there, the Ottawa Casino, off of Leitrim or Albion, whatever it is there. And it turns out, according to Brian Vollmer's post on Facebook, that was Fritz's last show with Helix ever. So me and my friend Steph actually got to see Fritz on drums with Helix for the last time. And that was his last show ever with Helix until he passed away a few weeks ago. Less than a month ago, anyway, at least for sure. So cheers, Fritz. Thank you for the music. And now I'll be ranking from my least favorite to favorite Helix album. And I'm sure, as usual, there will be some surprises with my ranking. Some albums I find very good, which other people just, whatever. So let's start off. Cheers to you all. All right, so I'm going to put my least favorite. I only have this one on CD. It only exists on CD also. So I'm going to go with Rockin' in My Outer Space. Not Rockin' Is My Business. And also Signed. Just because this is in last place doesn't mean it's a good. There are some good songs. It just doesn't really sound like Helix. I do love the song Panic, which is one of the last ones on this album here. It's probably my favorite. It just, like I said, and even Brian told me when I bought this off their website way back there, and he goes, yeah, I wanted to try something different with different band members and all that there. So a decent album there, but it's not Helix. So there's Rockin' in My Outer Space as my least favorite. So there's, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 13. So yeah, 13th place. I'm just gonna go in order of my least favorite. I'm not gonna start counting there. So next up would be. So this is before they were. So it's H&S Records before their deal with Capitol. They had 2 albums, which at the time when Heavy Metal Love and Rock You came out, these albums were very hard to find. I guess they got reissued here. There's 2 of these albums. This is my least favorite of the first 2. Breaking Loose is good here. It's Too Late. I do like that song too there. It's good. I was not expecting liking their first 2 as much as I did there, with a more mature or older age than I am, not mature. I'm still immature. So I'm going to put Helix white lace and black leather as the next one. Next one here. Okay, I have to do some sips here. I have their book, or I have the book, Gimme an R, which is, I have it right there. It was going pretty bad in the Helix camp at this time here. So I guess what Brian wanted to do was make a solo album, but same thing like Seventh Star from Judas Priest. It'd sell more if you put the Helix name on it. So this doesn't sound as much as a Helix record. It's a good record there. So it's a business, it's a pleasure. It's a business doing pleasure. I keep forgetting if it's a business doing pleasure or pleasure doing business. It's a business doing pleasure. Now remember the lead-off single, That Day Is Gonna Come, which was in regarding, Paul Hackman that had passed away on tour just before this year. Like I said, this was going it's a dark time for the band here. So from what I remember, Paul Hackman died on a tour. I don't know if the tour bus crashed, and he was still in it back on the west coast of Canada and BC there. So yeah, Helix, it's a business doing pleasure. It just doesn't really sound like, this sounds more like Helix than Rockin' in My Outer Space, but still a good, glad to have this album here. So there you go, Helix, it's a business doing pleasure. Next up here, so there's, in that same era, there's Rockin' in My Outer Space, and then there's this one here, The Power of Rock and Roll. I find this one just to be a tad better than the, and then of course they go and re-record Heavy Metal Love. Get Up, I remember seeing them live for opening up for Alice Cooper and playing Get Up. I'm like, oh, that's actually a pretty good new song here. Nickels and Dimes, The Past Is Back to Kick Your Ass. So yeah, I do like this one here. It's a sort of getting back to the deviation that was Rockin' in My Outer Space. I do enjoy this one here. So The Power of Rock and Roll here is the next one. If they're on CDs, because they don't exist on vinyl, which I'm hoping that it will eventually. Hoping I'm not going to lose my voice. Next up here will be one of the other of the first two records. This is actually this one compared to the other one, White Lace, there, Breaking Loose is so good. Down in the City, Billy Oxygen is a great song. Wish I Could Be There. Which one was it? Down in the City or Don't Hide Your Love? I forget. There, one of those two there is like great song here. So again, this is on H&S Records. There's two albums before their Capitol, and the logo we all know and love here. But yeah, they had these two albums here. And as a kid, I probably would not have liked them as much, but as an adult, yeah, these are actually a lot better than what I remembered as a kid. So Helix, Breaking Loose, next up right here. Next one here. Vagabond Bones. Now this is them of their past newer albums. This is one that's like, yes, this is Helix. When the Bitters Got the Better of You. I remember not liking it as a video when it first came out, but on the album it fits so well. And there's also Make 'Em Dance. I saw that song live. I'm like, wow, that's actually a freaking good song here. The Animal Inside Won't Be Denied. It's like I said, it's back to the hard rock that Helix is known for from their early on. So there you go, Helix, Vagabond Bones. Sorry, Vagabond. Sorry. Vagabond Bones. Uh, Great start of the comeback trail again here. So there you go. Helix Vagabond Bones. I like that one. All right. Next one. This is the one that I was missing because I thought it was a greatest hits they've been releasing, and I'll show you them. I have some of those too there. So I'm going to put next up Old School. So these are old. This is the latest album of Helix. These are old songs that they found while cleaning up, and they found, oh my God, we got a whole bunch of tapes that we could actually re-record and all that. Wow, this is actually pretty very good. You know, if you like your old Helix there, there you go here. Helix Old School. Just some old song that they found that, you know, didn't make albums at the time. So, but when I listened, I was like, wow, this is actually a very good album here. So Helix Old School is next up here on my list. I'm not getting into too much details. I'm just realizing my voice is gonna go away, I'm sure, anytime soon. Okay, next up. I'm surprised this one is actually this low. It features my favorite Helix song, but the album itself is good, but I find there's so much better albums here. So I'm actually going to put Helix Wild in the Street here. Wild in the Streets is my favorite Helix song. I remember first seeing that video, I was like, wow. Every cool move in a video or song is in the video for Wild in the Streets. And especially during the guitar solo when the two guitars, you just throw each other the guitars to oh, that was like so cool. I wonder how many takes that one took, right? But yeah, Wild in the Streets, Never Gonna Stop the Rock, She's Too Tough. I believe that was the song that was written by Def Leppard. Correct me if I'm wrong. High Voltage Kicks is another one that I love a lot here. Dream On had a video. It's ballad-wise not one of my favorites of theirs. There, ballad-wise, there's songs coming soon that I actually prefer, which I didn't like at the time. So yeah, Wild in the Streets, my favorite Helix song, but you know, the album itself is probably in the middle right here. So there you go. Well, near the end almost there, but more on the top than on the bottom part there. So anyway, Helix, Wild in the Streets. All right, next up, this one here took me a while, and my friend Steph puts it. This is Helix Light, but I do like this album here, Helix, Long Way to Heaven. The kids are all shaking, you know, at that snare drum sound, whatever. It is what it is. There, great pop rock song, and here's just to show my age here. It stars oh my God, what the hell was that girl's name? She was in Degrassi. She played Stephanie. Every kid had a crush on her watching Degrassi Junior High back when I was a kid there, like an early teen there. Anyway, she's in the video for with along two other actors there. So the kids are all shaking. Deep Cuts the Knife is like a slower power ballad. Did not like it at first. Right now, I friggin' love that song. House on Fire, that's probably the heaviest song on the album right here. Christine's another great one. School of Hard Knocks. So anyway, a little lighter. It's more commercial pop rock than the ones that are hard rock before that. So anyway, Helix, Long Way to Heaven. Not as bad. A lot better than people give it credit for. Will I be able to finish this episode here? Next up, I only have this on CD. It exists on vinyl, just haven't found it. I'm not really searching that hard for it there because I have it on CD anyway there. I'm going to put No Rest for the Wicked. This one has, these next four ones are complete, I would say 10 out of 10s. Like these these next four ones to me are perfect albums here. Does a Fool Ever Learn? Heavy Metal Love. Love that song. Great. Here's a better. This is the. So I will be getting this on CD. On vinyl also when I finally get it there. But this is the Rock Candy issue. Rock Candy made some. Well, they still do there. Make some great CD reissues here. But yeah, like Heavy Metal Love, I love that song. Don't Get Mad, Get Even. I think that's a cover. I forget by who. Dirty Dog, White Lace and Black Leather. They actually or have a song of the same title as that one album before there. So anyway, No Rest for the Wicked is my fourth favorite Helix album. Now this one here. And I will fight anybody. I friggin' love this album. And I saw them on this tour, and I told the singer, Brian, I'm like, this album is friggin' good. I love it. I was going to put their second latest album, Helix, Bastard of the Blues. Talk about being fresh and concentrated on make and writing just the great songs. Bastard of the Blues, a song. Even Jesus Wasn't Loved in His Hometown's a great. They're still playing it live. Winning is the Best Revenge. I love that song. Screaming at the Moon. Metal at Midnight. When All the Love Is Gone, I believe is sung by Daryl Gray. I'm not 100. Axe to Grind, that's another great songs right there. The Bitch is a Bullet. I will fight anybody. This is my third favorite Helix album. And yeah, I absolutely love this album. Who cares if it's one of their latest ones? That the law doesn't apply. A good album is a good album. And this right here is my third favorite Helix album. Bastard of the Blues. Give it a chance. Two more. So what do I have as number one and number two? Well, this could be I'm sure Bastard of the Blues this high was actually a surprise. So this is my second favorite album. And I've been listening to a lot of Helix this week. And this is what I decided, you know what? This is my second and this is my favorite. So this is my second favorite album. Walking the Razor's Edge. This is the one that has Rock You, Young and Reckless. Animal House, I like. I don't love the song. I like it. Feel the Fire is a great one. Gimme Gimme Good Lovin'. You got to watch the Playboy channel or the R-rated version of that video. Sorry. 6 Strings, 9 Lives. Probably one of my... It is my favorite deep cut Helix song. I friggin' love that song. Make Me Do Anything You Want. It gets a little redundant. It's not one of my favorite ballads of theirs there, but anyway, Helix, Walking the Razor's Edge. Probably a lot of people think this is their best one. Me, it's my second. There you go. And by now, I guess you figured out which one is my favorite. And this is where it started to go this way. But talk about releasing an album that's just perfect. There's one song, and I'll tell you which one I don't really care for. Back for Another Taste. The Storm. My only complaint about The Storm is there's not much deep end. Like, I was listening to the video, I'm like, is something wrong with my DVD player or even the CD? I'm like, did somebody forget to put the bottom end button on or something? That might only complain about that song. Running Wild in the 21st Century. Did not like it at first, but man, I friggin' love that song. That's Life. Heavy Metal Cowboys. We saw this song. They played the song live last summer. I friggin' love that song. Rock and Roller Coaster. Another great song. Midnight Express. Another great song. Good to the Last Drop. Not a song I loved at the time, but right now is probably my favorite Helix ballad right now. Give It to You probably is the song that I don't really care for. It's just very generic. But Wheels of Thunder, what a way to friggin' end an album here. So I'm going to put Helix, Back for Another Taste. And actually, this version comes with "Wild in the Streets," a re-recording of it. So I thought, I was like, oh my god, "Wild in the Streets" again? No, it's just a re-recording of my favorite Helix song. Is it better? No. Is it different? A little bit. It's a little bit more clean, I guess. They're less. But anyway, back for another taste. My favorite Helix album right here. And there you go. And I have 2 albums extra to show you. I wasn't planning on getting out of Helix discography, so I got this off their website at the time because it had Gene Simmons Says Rock is Dead, which they have a video for. I do love that song. I remember having a friendly argument. Well, I saw them for the Bastard of the Blues, but this had also the song Gene Simmons Says Rock is Dead. I love the song. I think it's a great song, but it was a friendly argument with the bar owner. He's like, why can't they play that song? Why didn't they play that song? It's a great song. And he's like, well, it's not that great. And I'm like, well, it's better than I'm Alive Frankenstein, which they somehow, for some reason, keep playing live. It's okay, but I much rather hear Gene Simmons Says Rock is Dead. It's a great song. Great message, too. I love... anyway, great song right there. So I got this at a time. Now here I am with trying to finish my collection on vinyl. And I got this at the last time I saw them live. So it's Eat, Sleep, Rock. So it's considered some sort of a compilation with, I mean, the story of Helix, like a narration there. Eat, Sleep, Rock as a new song. It's like the Devil is Having a Party Tonight. That's another great. Gene Simmons Says Rock is Dead is also on this one. The Tequila song, When the Bitter's Good. Anyway, it's got some Here I Am. I'm Alive Frankenstein is on this song, this album here too. So it's a decent song there. I just prefer Gene Simmons Says Rock is Dead. So there you go. That's another one I got. These are all signed by the band. So there you go. That's my little episode. I'm trying not that I'm trying to rush through this here, but I'm sensing my voice will go anytime soon there. So let me know what your top Helix albums are in the comments below. And rest in peace, Fritz. You are greatly missed. I did enjoy your drumming. It was one of those traditional drummers, how you hold the stick there. Not many of those around still. So anyway, thank you for all the subscriptions of late. Much appreciated. And we shall see you guys next episode. Hope you guys had yourselves a great St. Paddy's Day. And we shall see you guys next time. Take care.